Books presents Saka, Ultimate Football Heroes, written by Matt and Tom Oldfield, and read by Jude Owusu. Stick around at the end to listen to the first chapter from another Ultimate Football Hero, Jude Bellingham. Chapter 1. England's new Euro 2020 hero. 22nd June 2021, Wembley Stadium. As Harry Kane led the England team out onto the pitch, there was a crowd of nearly 20,000 excited fans waiting for them. After 2 years of playing in empty stadiums due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the roar sounded so good. Come on, England! Come on, England! Most of the lineup had already experienced the electric Wembley atmosphere after featuring in their first 2 matches at Euro 2020, a 1-0 win over Croatia, followed by a disappointing 0-0 draw with Scotland. But for their final must-win group game against the Czech Republic, the England manager Gareth Southgate had made some changes in attack. Jack Grealish from Mason Mount was a swap that most people were expecting, but the replacement of Phil Foden on the right wing was much more of a surprise. Not with Marcus Rashford or Jadon Sancho, but with Bukayo Saka. At the age of only 19, Arsenal's rising star was about to represent England in a major tournament. Just being named in England's Euro 2020 squad had been a lovely surprise, but to be selected in the starting lineup, it was beyond Bukayo's wildest dreams. As he stood and sang the national anthem, though, Bukayo didn't look nervous or worried at all. Why should he have been, though? He had worked so hard for this opportunity, ever since signing for Arsenal at the age of 7. At the Euros, he had been watching, waiting and learning as much as possible from the senior England players every day in training. He had successfully impressed Southgate with his talent and attitude, and now it was time to give his all on the pitch for his country. "Let's win this!" Kyle Walker cheered as the anthem ended. With all his experience, he was the perfect player for Bukayo to have behind him on the right side for England. Although he often played on the left for Arsenal, either in defence or midfield, Bukayo had the speed, skill, intelligence and energy to play in almost any position. That's why his managers loved him so much. He was such a useful footballer to have around. As well as his work rate, there was one other reason why Bukayo was the right man for the job. He had humiliated the Czech left-back Jan Boril once before in the Europa League quarter-final. That night, Arsenal's young winger had grabbed a goal and an assist, while the Slavia Prague defender was taken off at half-time. So, could Bukayo embarrass Boril again? He was involved in the game almost straight away, as he calmly chested the ball down and played a simple pass back to Kyle. It was a good start, but now he needed to push forward and attack. "Just do what you do at Arsenal," Southgate had told him in the dressing room. "Play with confidence and freedom and enjoy yourself." "Yes, boss." In the 11th minute, Bukayo dropped deep to collect the ball off Kyle, and then spun and dribbled forward at speed, leaving the Czech midfielders trailing behind him. After crossing the halfway line, he passed the ball to Calvin Phillips, but Bukayo didn't stop there. No, he kept on running into the box for the 1-2. When the return pass arrived, Bukayo twisted and turned away from 2 defenders and delivered a deep cross to the back post, but it was too high for Harry. Eventually, it came out to Jack on the left wing, who curled in another cross. As the ball floated across the 6-yard box, Bukayo made his move, from the right to the middle. He leapt up high to meet it, but unfortunately it flew just over his head. But there was no need to worry. Raheem Sterling was right behind him, and he nodded the ball into the net. 1-0. Hooray! England were winning at Wembley. "Come on!" Bukayo cried out, punching the air with passion. With the fans cheering wildly, he rushed over to celebrate with his teammates. He hadn't scored the goal himself, but he had played an important part in setting it up.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?